Nistuff.
Hey, what's up? So, the very first video I ever released was about Scorponok. You know, all the Scorpenoks. Don't look it up. Just take my word on it, But this time around, let's take a more in-depth look at just the Beastwars ones, right? Mostly because a few more Scorpenoks have joined the clicky collection since that first video. So, let's get the bug party going, First up, the first one. Check him out. Where to begin, right? Well, for starters, he's off model, in almost every possible way. Here he is next to the show model. Yeah, it's a real rough start, much like my original video. But he's got the basics pretty much nailed down. Claw hands, back-mounted scorpion tail, leg details. His inner head's pretty accurate, but his beast mask is just crazy town. It's just a side effect of being one of the earlier Beast Wars toy designs. This robot fly thing never really worked for me as a kid, and I always wished he just had two normal clicky hands. But not in the 90s. That wouldn't be a thing until the distant space year of 2021. Scorpion mode looks like this. It's fine, It's got a good use of feet for the bug face. Again, though, claw hands should be a standout feature of this toy. But they shoved missiles in one claw, which made it so much bigger and wider than the mechanism had to be. And they put a robot fly in the other one, and it just sort of comes off as like an injured scorpion. Poor guy. Next up, the minis. Check him out. We got the clear Army Man one. He's great. It's got nice details. This dude came in a 2-pack with Polar Claw, I think. They also came with that classic Kabaya gum. We also got the bigger painted Scorponok figure. He's modeled after the original toy. Black, blue, and red, He's in a more dynamic pose than that smaller one. Here they are together. It's pretty good. Next, we have the Chibi One. Look at this little guy. He's so adorable. This dude came as like part of a 4-pack. Man, I love these obscure Japanese figures, And speaking of Japan, Finger Puppet. Check him out, man. Again, he's modeled after the original figure instead of the show model. He looks good, though. He's like a soft vinyl-y material, and he's beautifully painted. Look at that. It's pretty good. Next, we get a little bit weird. We got a Scorpenoc Magnet. Man, you're in too deep when you start collecting magnets, He's pretty good, though. I know very little about these magnets specifically, but they're fine. I found them on eBay in a huge lot, and I just had to get them. And the last and final mini is a Scorpenak Enamel Pin. This one's from Doodlebug Press. They did a Kickstarter for the full cast of Beast Wars figures as pins, and they're great. I did a video about them, and if you haven't seen it, check it out. It's real quality stuff. The pins, not the video. The video's fine, but the pins are what you're going for. All right. Next up, the BotCon one. It's a pre-Beast Wars Scorponok. He's pretty much got show-accurate colors going on for the first time. His head looks pretty great, and something to note, there's zero remolding on this, This was an existing figure that they just layered Scorponok's colors over. I think it turned out pretty great. Alt mode looks like this. It's pretty good. 6 wheels, so it's good and spacey. On Cybertron, you either have no wheels or a ton of wheels. That's how you know it's futuristic. Next up, the one that's not Scorponok. This is a weird one. It's like half an homage and half its own thing. It's from that time period where everything came with a QR code. What a dark time for the brand, I don't know. It's fine. The head specifically is very Beast Wars Scorponok, Scorpion mode's pretty nice. It's purple, Next up, the Transmetal one. This one's from McDonald's, I think. It's pink, gold, and purpley blue. What a crazy figure. Crazy mostly because Scorponok died, right before he can get transmetalized. Rest in peace, sweet Scorponok. I also made a custom of him. Check that out. What a handsome boy. Next up, the Transform Element one. Man, look at this dude. He's looking good. Like he stepped right out of the TV. They're clearly going for an extremely show-accurate figure, and I think they nailed it. Just like their Rat Trap figure. Keep it up, Transform Element. It's seriously very impressive. Who knows? Maybe one day you'll retool that Black Arachnia into Tarantulas. I can only hope, right? But, back to Scorponok. He comes with his signature red missiles inside his claws. And speaking of his claws, they're sufficiently clicky. Listen to that. Just like in the show. He also came with the RoboFly. Classic Scorponok stuff. Here's some poses. And man, what a gorgeous dude. His legs are die-cast, and his arms are like infinitely articulated. Details are all good, paint's all good. I'm real into it, you know? Scorpion mode looks like this. The bluish head is a bit weird, but it's fine. The scorpion legs are crazy, man. They're like individually articulated at each bug knuckle. His tail is pretty expressive too, in both robot mode and bug mode. Here he is next to the granddaddy Scorponok. It's no contest, man. Night and day. Next up, the Kingdom One. So here he is, the second in command himself, straight out of the box. He's a little stumpy, you know? So I got him an upgrade kit. And now, in my eyes, he's pretty dang great. The Kingdom line has given us a bunch of great stuff, most of which I never thought we'd see at a retail level again. And yet, here we are. For the most part, with these Beast Wars figures, Kingdom has gone with a more realistic approach to the beast modes, so the end result is less show accurate and more of a reimagining, which is fine in my book. The landmarks are all here. You got the scorpion tail, the legs on the back, the big purple claws, the chest gem, the angry little visor face. The colors are looking good too. Here's some poses. He's pretty great. Scorpion mode looks like this. Like I said, it's more accurate to a real-world scorpion than whatever mainframe was going for. I do appreciate the effort, but the claws always kind of feel sad to me, you know? They curve like sadly downward, and they click much less than the Transform Element one. The fly also suffers a bit. It looks like a real dead fly you'd find in like your windowsill, instead of like a cool robot attack fly. He also comes with missiles that you can plug right in. Here's the Kingdom figure next to the original. It's night and day. It's crazy. And that's it. That's all of them I got. Beast Wars Scorpenoks. I mean, Scorpenok's by no means my favorite character, but he kind of started this whole thing, you know? And he's got a special place in my heart. So hey, thanks Scorponok. Sorry you died in lava. But that's going to do it for now. Thanks for watching. Hit me with the sub if you haven't already. Check out the Instagram, Twitter. You know the drill. All right. Bye. He's like a soft vinyl material. He's got pretty much show. Oh my gosh. The head specifically is the very Beast Wars Scorpion. His legs are cast and die cast.